Hi everyone, my name is Mippy and welcome to my new channel, Basically Bonsai. Some of you might recognize me. I had the immense privilege to get to go out to the Bonsai Zone and spend some time with Nigel Saunders. He was so generous with his time and I learned so much from him, but I also had a really fun time filming with him, which was a bit of a surprise for me. And you know, I always really appreciated the fact that I could watch a video of his trees and be able to go and look years behind and see, you know, what the progression of them was like. And I found that so valuable that I wanted to be able to have a record on kind of what I was working on and what my trees were doing. I originally tried keeping that in a Google Drive folder and was very quickly running out of storage space. So I decided, all right, let's try this. Let's see what I can do. Now, this is not where you're going to come to see ancient and amazing bonsais, at least not yet. Hopefully one day, unless I get the opportunity to go and visit some of the amazing people and mentors that I've come to meet through the Toronto Bonsai Society. Maybe one day I'll get to show you guys some of their amazing trees. You might have already seen some of them if you got to check out Blue Jay Bonsai or the Bonsai Zone for their video update when they went to the Toronto Bonsai Society spring show a little while ago. So you're going to see a lot of mistakes and you're going to see me fumble through and try to learn and figure out as I go, and hopefully I don't make too many mistakes, and hopefully we can all learn something together as we go through it. So I thought I'd start with just a little this is me, and as you can see, I'm keeping my bonsai on a balcony, which adds another challenge to everything. I thought I'd also show you guys where the trees that I worked on with Nigel, how they're doing, and where they're at right now. So let's go check them out. Okay, so first up we have the willow leaf ficus that Nigel and I worked on, and if you recall, it had a terrible root system. We had to literally hack through it with a handsaw to try to start getting it a little bit under control. Since then, most of the older leaves actually fell off, and so a lot of what you're seeing now is all new leaves. It's doing so well. So much new growth coming in. You can see that it's back budding on some of these branches, which is great. We really want to fill in these long stretches. So far, this is really the only branch where it's coming in where I really want it to, but it's still early. As you can see down here on the trunk, I'm getting quite a bit new growth where we don't want it. So I think I'm going to have to go and take all of that off so that we don't have energy going where we don't want it. You know, I could probably just, yep, let's just take care of this right now. There we go. Oh, there's even more than I realized. Here we go. It's nice getting the tree out on the turntable. Really gives you a chance to look at it up close and see what's going on. So other than taking off those few things, I think I'm going to leave it alone for right now. I do want to wire out this way a little bit, because when you look at it this way, it's a little sparse back here. So next up on the turntable is the little, what Nigel referred to as the dragon style Bruia. It's the billabed Bruia that I got from Kim's Nature, actually. And I had a completely different plan for this tree when I first bought it. I wasn't planning on having it cascade out like this. I was going to hack off pretty much the whole top of it. But the more Nigel and I played around with it, the more obvious it became that we could have a lot more fun with it. So, like the willow leaf, a lot of the older leaves came off of this guy after the repot, but it has since pushed out so much new growth, all new leaves. It's been really, really healthy. I've been super excited because I was so nervous. So nervous. But so far, it's doing great. And unlike some of my other trees where I made a very big mistake and I put them in far too much sun too early, I kept this guy shaded and it's doing very, very well. One thing I think I might want to try is wiring this branch out like this a little bit more, but I still haven't really learned how to wire yet, so that is going to be an adventure for me on a later day, and I'll probably take you guys along and you can see how awful my first try at wiring will be, I'm sure. But give it time and it should get a lot better. I hope so. And last up here on my update on trees worked on with the great Nigel Saunders is my two little Ficus Benjamina. Now, this particular tree, when I originally had it, probably went all the way up here. So Nigel and I took it all the way down. It really made the trunk look so much larger. And as you can see, we've got so much new growth popping out everywhere. So let's take a closer look. We've got new growth popping out all over. Once again, in places we probably don't want. So let's just take those out now. Because we definitely don't want them popping out in that little armpit there. There we go. But I think the rest of it for now, I'm going to leave and see what comes out where. I'm so excited to see growth coming in along these long stretches, so that once it gets a little stronger, we can cut those back once again. As you can see, this is one of those poor trees where I put it out and it got a little too much sun that first day and we had a little bit of leaf burn. But considering this tree is still so young and has a long way to go, I'm not too concerned about it right now. We're just gonna let it grow and keep getting stronger, and when I have the opportunity again, work on that root structure again, keep getting it cleaned up. But for now, I am very, very happy with how it's doing. I still don't fully know where the front is. Maybe, no, I don't know. I think we'll have to grow things out a little more see what develops, and then go find the front from there. I'm thinking somewhere in here, once we get this guy out of our face. It's a nice thing with a round pot though. If you need a new front, you just slightly turn and you're good to go. No need to repot to get the new front. And you can see we are joined here by special guest Lily, who always needs to be a part of whatever it is I'm working on. I hope you guys all enjoyed seeing how my trees that I worked on with... Oh my god, I forgot one! Okay, wait, we forgot one! So here is the last tree that I worked on with Nigel. The wind's helping me out in showing it off. As you can see, it's grown a little bit and I should probably give it a good cut back. But I'm still a little terrified of pruning, so you guys are gonna have to help me get through that one. Let's get in a little closer, see what's going on behind all that foliage. We've got new growth coming out along the trunk and along some of the longer stretches, which is what I was hoping for. I was not, however, hoping for all this wind. So I'm gonna need to cut back all these long shoots. But I think I'm just gonna leave it alone for a little bit longer. Let things get nice and strong while I figure out what I'm actually going to do with this. But all the cuts are looking good. And right now this particular maple is being kind enough to provide shade to some of my more delicate trees. So even though I should cut it back, all this foliage is providing a purpose and a service. So can't be too upset with it. Next spring, I'll be taking a look at the roots and starting the process on getting all of that sorted out. Okay, so now we've actually seen all of the trees that I worked on when I went to the Bonsai Zone with Nigel. I'm so sorry, I forgot one of them. Better late than never. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how they're doing and all the new growth that's popping out. Hopefully it helps reassure some of you guys, like it did me, that just because you go and make a whole bunch of chops doesn't mean it's going to kill everything. Because I admit that was some of my concern. But I was just really careful, making sure they were getting watered, misted, being really diligent with them, and they're all doing very, very well. So I'm super excited to see that. It makes me feel a little better because, as you might have noticed, a lot of my trees need haircuts and I can't keep putting it off forever. So hopefully by starting this journey with you guys, it will keep me on track and I can't just postpone it like I have been for the past while. And we'll finally start getting these trees on their ways to becoming bonsai. Hopefully one day, relatively nice ones. Fingers crossed. So thank you so much for joining me here on Basically Bonsai. I'll see you guys next time.